So take a look at that, where blue sky meets blue water, and the green meets the water and the mountains and the yonder, and the birds serenade a new and glorious day. Out into nature. And all stands still. Let's not forget about the sunshine too, that makes it go, and just so much nature and life out here, so much animals and organisms, everything. In this environment, a lot of things we don't see. We got cows down at the river nearby, they're drinking from the river. We got a trail, a bike trail. We got panoramic view of the mountains. It's just, it's a good day. And I hope that whatever you're doing, a lot of you I know personally, I hope you're having a great day. I'm grateful that for knowing a lot of you, and so many good people have done so much good stuff for me. I'm grateful, and I'm replenishing, I'm rejuvenating, I'm renewing, I'm rebirthing, and I'm going to come back a lot better than ever. And there's a lot of people that I want to help, a lot of people I want to pay a lot of things forward. There's a lot of people that have helped me, and there's a lot of people that I need to help now. I feel that obligation, I feel that mandate. So it's coming, and times like this help me recharge, help us recharge for the mountains ahead that need to be climbed and moved sometimes. So you're gonna move that mountain, you gotta move that mountain first inside yourself. Declutter and detox and rebuild. Sometimes you gotta rebuild the whole foundation because it wasn't right, because it was faulty. And that's what I've done. Took a long time, took a lot of years. Takes a lot of years to break someone, takes a lot of years to make someone feel scattered, takes a lot of years for someone to feel not whole, to make somebody feel not home inside themselves, not comfortable inside their own skin. Takes a lot of years to break someone, or to near break someone, to push someone to the brink. And now that's just fire, that's just fuel. That's just more fuel for the fire. I'm glad, and you should be too, for all the things that I've went through, and the things that I've, in the darkest hours, and the times in your life where you thought, I don't know if I can go any further. I don't know if I'm ever getting out of this situation. I don't know. If I haven't figured it out now, then I'm probably never going to figure it out. I'm sure you felt like that. If you're an adult, you felt like that. Maybe a lot of days of your life. Like, how am I getting out of this? Nothing's working. Sometimes you feel like you've dug too deep a ditch, and like there's no way out. There's no way back. There's no way back to the top. Like, hey, his life's never going to feel really good again. You ever feel like that? I felt like that. In the darkness, and like in almost like a cave. And the worst thing is when you lose hope, or when it seems like you've lost hope, and you think, I don't know how I'm gonna get out of this. I've always been really good. Eventually, it takes time, it takes energy, it takes rest, it takes prioritizing, it takes replanning, it takes changing, it takes transformation, but I've always been good at the comeback. always come back better than ever. I've been blessed in that way. I've been blessed to harbor and host that spirit. That spirit lives inside of me. So when you get out into nature, think about a lot of things. You feel peaceful, but you think about a lot of things. It makes me very sentimental. It helps me declutter. It helps me to empty. It helps me to just be. Do the same for a lot of people. I was reading about St. Francis of Assisi. I was named after St. Francis in the Catholic tradition, and he was around, I guess, the 1200s, a little before that, the 1100s and the early 1200s. And he thought of all creatures under the sun were his brothers and sisters. It wasn't just people, it wasn't just men and women. He saw value in poverty. I don't know that I completely agree, but there is some value in spending quite a bit of time at the bottom. Buddha did it, Christ did it, a lot of sages did it, Mandela did it, saints, Mother Teresa. There are a lot of people that learn a lot and live at different parts of the socioeconomic strata. And you pay attention when you don't have much in the way of material possessions. Here in the United States, a very material country, very material obsessed country. And there's an upside to that. There's value to that. There's some freedom. There's a lot of freedom built into having material possessions and getting nice things you want, high quality things, being able to help people, being able to invest in really good things, being able to get what you actually want, not just what you get. But there's also that immaterial, that invisible, that spiritual, and that is hugely important. That is paramount. That is most important. And times like this, getting out in nature, that's what replenishes, that's what recharges, that's what rejuvenates that immaterial side of us, that spiritual side of us, that deep inner something, if you pay attention to it. It's the path to reflection, to prioritizing, to knowing, to wisdom, to knowing ourselves, to seeing things in nature, and it becomes a reflection, and we can study nature, and then we actually wind up knowing more about ourselves. It's one of the big breakthroughs, I think, for Ralph Waldo Emerson. He went to a garden in Paris, and it was nature. A lot of his philosophy, a lot of his poetry, a lot of his essays were informed by his connection to nature. It's a perfect place to think about thinking, a place to write, to be, to sing, to pray, to heal. And Emerson in that garden in France, I believe it was Paris, and that's where he had the revelation that I guess he had seen the aristocracy up close too. And he came to the revelation, listen, being amazing, being this incredible person, being enlightened, living the good life, it's not something that's just reserved for people who are highly formally educated, people who just have a lot of the money, a lot of the resources, the aristocracy. It's not just them, it's the every man, the every woman, it's in everyone. There's a giant, there's basically a sleeping giant inside everyone. There's that's waiting, that's dying to be unleashed, to be fulfilled, to come into existence, to be actualized, as Maslow would say. And so Emerson saw that, the potential that everyone has something special, some gifts in them. And it was out in nature that revelation, a lot of his writings reflected that. The awesomeness, in the every man and the every woman that too often lies dormant and nascent and is never brought to life. It's never breathed life into it, partly because we set up our society to make, to sort of disempower groups of people and make them think that they're second class or third class or less than. And a lot of people believe it, and a lot of people go to their grave and they're never all that they could be. That was a great, simple, but apparently what Emerson had stumbled onto, not everybody was into that. A lot of the messaging was, like in us, them, hey, there's this really special group of people and the rest of you just, go through your little meandering cookie cutter survival mode existence. But he was pounding the drum of everyone has tremendous potential inside them. And what's the path to that? What's the way to that? The Tao. What's the way to that? To knowing and being more of your true nature, your true essence. What's the real path to that? You call me crazy, but I find value in birds chirping, birds flying, and different trees and different expressions, and the wonder of the Creator, the infinite intelligence, the God above, just all this magnificent work that we didn't do anything. It's just here. And we could spend hundreds of lifetimes trying to discover everything under the sun. There's so much to learn, to experience. There's so much that even when we look now, we miss. There's so much life in these trees and in the bushes and in the water. And we can't just see it. Even with our senses, we can't see it all. It's too infinite, it's too vast. That's the beauty of it. That's the amazing of it, especially for someone like me who's uber curious, whose curiosity never stops. I hope wherever you're doing today, it's a Sunday here in Utah, by the lake. It's a great day to rest, to renew, to replenish, to rejuvenate, to be grateful, and also to realize and to feel what's coming. I hope that great things are coming for you too. I can feel what's coming. It's been a fascinating year. It's been a chaotic year. It's been a challenging year, but there's always going to be opportunity. It doesn't get easier. We get better. It's not going to get easier. We have to get better. We have to get stronger. We have to get wiser. We have to get kinder. We have to get more ferocious and become even better warriors too. But peaceful warriors for the most part. But we have to become better warriors. A lot going on right now. I think it's about time to manifest on a much bigger level. It's time to stop playing small. There's no glory. There's no desire. There's no motivation in playing small. It's hard to get out of bed when you play small. It's never going to force you to become something greater and grander and more noble or more enlightened. You gotta take aim at some really big things to bring the best out in you. And when we play small, we're playing safe, we're playing scared, playing afraid, we're wasting, we're squandering. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Like I say in some of my songs, let's live. Let's put the live in alive. Let's live, man. Let's get it right now. Let's put the live in alive. That's a song lyric I have. If you use it, quote me. Attribute it to me. I appreciate that. It's mine. Put the live in alive. It's time to live, man. It's time to fly like these birds. It's time to rise. Hope everyone's having a great day. Know that you're always one decision away, one committed decision away from everything you want. You're starting the dominoes to fall, everything you want, it's real. Just choose wisely. Have a great day. May the force be with you.